And we are underway in Buffalo. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Our game here, really a dream matchup for folks who like good quarterback play, and really who doesn't like good quarterback play. I mean, you got the 2-time reigning MVP against a guy who many think could be holding that trophy in the very near future. Rodgers and Allen have faced off one time before, and it was the Packers who shut out the Bills that day 22-0. That was just Allen's 3rd NFL start. From the 29, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down. Cook up the gut, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss. The Bills at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there at one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And that incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Cook again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they've climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Alert, alert, alert!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll run on first down with Singletary. A second time. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd and a yard, Allen into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ed Oliver never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Rodgers to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of.
Touchdown! Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
The duo of Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon split the work in Green Bay last season. Jones was still his excellent self with almost 1,400 all-purpose yards and 10 touchdowns. He even moved into the all-time top 5 for the Pack in rushing. No small feat with that franchise's history.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Allen again. That is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They run here with Singletary. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. On 1st down, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's given his guys a shot from late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So they take the deficit into the lockers. You know they had plans to receive the football. A nice drive, instead a fumble on the kickoff.
And that can be demoralizing right there because, as you pointed out, they had designs on coming out and, okay, we're going to change things here in the 2nd half. Instead, with a deficit already, they cough it up, and now they've got to find a way to keep the score from mounting bigger against them.
The 3rd quarter starts with a run. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. The big fella, 30. past the 20. 10.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football, but any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too, but it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Packers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, here's the run with Cook to about the 48-yard line.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
That's good for Buffalo Bills. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, a 9-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Always got some breathing room. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And award that sack to Boogie Basham.
It's 2nd down and goal.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Rodgers will throw for it. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Fielded at the 20. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers now on first down. That one caught downfield by Watson. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 79 yards. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead, and it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
That's good for the Buffalo Bills. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Great stop by Devontae Wyatt, breaking through the line and stopping it cold.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
On play action, Allen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Packers are right back in this football game. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Aaron Jones on the run for Green Bay. Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And some room to work. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 60. And the Packers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
Bills 24. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, and a tight 1-point game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp and very precise in throwing the football.
Now Allen. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to the ground. This time Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. A fun, close ball game comes to an end.